Now, love is the reason we're here today, and it's a strange thing. When Joe and Isabel met each other at Keele University back in the past, they were in the kitchen of their halls in residence. And Isabel heard Joe say about something, "That's Boston, that is." She knew straight away, here's a fellow spirit. Here's someone from the same area as her. And there's something of comfort, isn't there, in finding something familiar when you're away from home, so often for the first time going to university. So even an accent becomes something treasured. So they met as they moved into the halls of residence at the end of September. By Halloween, it was good going. They were going out. They were a firm couple, going through university together. But then came lockdown. Separated in lockdown when the couple went back home to live with their respective parents. Just as Isabel began her teacher training, she pined for Joe. He pined for her. He's the soppy one. He put that into words for me. And so Joe moved in with Isabel and her family. And then, of course, all the teaching and learning online began. There's no other words to describe it. It was tough. But the rest of it is history, for here we are.
Joe, our day is actually here. I hope you're not too nervous this morning and not too hot in your suit. Who would have thought that we met the way we did when we lived 10 minutes away from each other? I like to think it was the universe pulling us together. Words can't really describe how much I love you. I'm the bee to your flower. See you at the altar. Your Lutheran, Isabel.
Isabel, it feels like I've known you all my life. Ever since I met you, my love for you has grown each passing day. And just like our expanding universe, it ain't slowing down, sweetie. You are my comfort, my cup of tea, my best friend, until we get a dog. I love eating great food with you. I love watching TV with you. I love talking about books with you. I love doing all these wonderful things, but they're not wonderful without you. My lovely literary lady, I treat you to a metaphor. We've finished the prologue now. Shall we move on to the body text? Chapter 1, the wedding.
I must say today is the most special and proudest day of my life. Looking at Joe and Isabel today just reminds me of when I first met my lovely wife here. We had some fantastic years despite having very little money. We somehow, enjoyed ourselves and went on holiday and really, went out and had a great time. And I'm sure Joe and Isabel will share the same experiences. I'd just like to finish off with a little quote from Joe's probably favourite person, Einstein. And he quoted, "When you trip over love, it's easy to get up. But when you fall in love, it's impossible to stand again."
We have come together in the presence of God to witness the marriage of Joe Thomas Dudley and Isabel Philippa Diana Lee, to ask his blessing on them and to share in their joy. I, Joe, take you, Isabel.
I, Joe, take you, Isabel.
To be my wife.
To be my wife.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer, for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
Till death us do part.
Till death us do part.
According to God's holy law.
According to God's holy law.
In the presence of God.
In the presence of God.
I make this vow.
I make this vow.
I, Isabel, take you, Joe.
I, Isabel, take you, Joe.
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death us do part,
till death us do part,
according to God's holy law,
according to God's holy law,
in the presence of God,
in the presence of God.
I make this vow,
I make this vow.
Isabel, I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage.
as a sign of our marriage.
With my body, I honour you.
With my body, I honour you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
All that I have, I share with you.
Within the love of God,
Within the love of God,
Father, Son and Holy Spirit.
Father, Son and Holy Spirit.
Joe, I give you this ring
As a sign of our marriage.
as a sign of our marriage.
With my body, I honour you.
With my body, I honour you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
Within the love of God,
Within the love of God,
Father, Son and Holy Spirit.
Father, Son and Holy Spirit.
In the presence of God and before this congregation, Joe and Isabel have given their consent to each other and have made their marriage vows to each other. They have declared their marriage by the joining of hands and the giving and receiving of rings. I therefore proclaim that they are husband and wife.
Three words for the groom: genius, physicist, idiot. As you can see, Joe prides himself on his image. He also prides himself on being a nerd. Put those two together and here you have it. Joe thinks he's coming out here looking like Clark Kent, but I think we'll all agree he looks more like the love child of Stephen Fry and Richard Osman. In fact, Joe wanted to be a nerd so bad, he used to ask the bullies to bully him. So I did. Three words for the bride: beautiful, kind, alky. Today, Belle, this is all about you, my new beautiful sister-in-law. And I truly hope you have the best day. My little brother couldn't have turned out to be any better. Joe, you were my best man for good reason. You've shown me nothing but love and support throughout our younger years, and even now I call you for advice and guidance. So thank you for always being there. Thank you for the chess. Thank you for all the memories. And thank you for being you. Joey Dood, I love you.
Joe's the kindest person that I've ever met, and I genuinely think he would do anything for me if I asked. He always tells me I look beautiful, even when I could be dying with a cold on the sofa. I always feel beautiful when I'm with you. Just to finish off, as you all know, I'm a teacher as well. Before we broke up for half term, I asked some of my students to write down on a post-it note what they think love is. Love is a relationship in which you love each other just the way you are. Love is when two people touch each other's soul. Finally, once you find the right person, you'll see how much love is actually supposed to be easy. And that really made me cry because it just resonated so much with me. And I think that just sums it up really, because loving you is the easiest thing I've ever done. So can we raise our glasses to my new husband, Joe?
You are my cup of tea. You're my honeybee. I love the evenings when we cuddle and go to sleep, and I hate the mornings where I have to leave you to go to work. No amount of time with you is enough, but let's start with forever.